Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Pamela here with Passionate About Scrapbooking, your Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the beautiful but dreary, rainy Texas Hill Country weather today. Think the cat's making noise in the background. Surprise, surprise. Been a little chaotic here this morning with cats and kittens everywhere. If you're joining me, please say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know how your weather is, where you're viewing from. I am going to grab something I just thought of. Maybe that one. I have a couple of die sets that I might end up using. Good morning, Debbie. Hope you're staying dry. It's kind of a good day just to snuggle under the covers. All right, I don't think I need that. We are playing again today with the super fun. I'm falling in love with this collection of products, y'all. I'm having so much fun. I don't have enough time to do all the fun ideas that Chat GPT is helping me come up with. But here is the Toadstool Garden 6x6 Designer Series paper that, excuse me, that you could earn for free beginning January 7th for our celebration that kicks off January 7th, along with the new mini catalog, new online exclusives, new scrapbook products that we just learned about yesterday as demonstrators. There is going to be a lot of fun stuff happening beginning January 7th. But I'm doing little sneak peeks this next couple of weeks with products that are, I think, primarily on the celebration. Well, a mix of celebration products that you can earn for free, plus the coordinating products that you can use from the new mini catalog coming out and online exclusives. So on Monday, I shared about the paper. I can kind of flip through there a little bit so you can see all the pretty patterns. I'm loving this color combination with the pumpkin pie, melon mambo that you see right here. Everything blurs out a little bit when I get closer. This reminds me of the Flintstones for some reason. May have to do a page about the Flintstones. Who watched that when they were a kid? All right, so there are the 6x6 Designer Series papers. Remember, if you joined me on Monday, I made a cute page with all these fun triangles. I'll probably use more of those on my cards on Friday for Feel Good Friday. And then I better be careful. Kittens are going to get a hold of this. This is seam binding ribbon in fresh fresh freesia. How pretty is that purple? You can earn this for free along with that designer series paper. Not sure if I'll use it on here yet today or not. And then these also you can earn for free. They are our purple adhesive backed sequins that coordinate perfectly with this collection. And then let's shift our focus back on the mini catalog and the online exclusives. So I still can't show you the inside of the catalogs, but if you've purchased from me since May of 2024, These are on their way. I don't know when they'll arrive, so let me know if and when you get them. They should be arriving here fairly soon. Enjoy those dogs, Debbie. All right, so the mini catalog, the Terrific Toadstools bundle. Actually, yeah, the bundle includes the stamp set plus the punch. I never thought I'd get back into punches, but I'm loving the punches. And then I believe these two, the Elements of Text, is an online exclusive. And then I think this one is in the mini catalog as well. So lots and lots of fun stuff. I'll be sharing with you over the next couple of weeks new products that are coming. All right, so I thought I might use this one. This Elements of Text is really neat for just some background. Look at the splatters here. These don't actually like say anything, but it's text and script that just looks real pretty in the background. So I think I'm going to use that probably today. Not 100% sure. Of course, I'll be using the Terrific Toadstools to create a little scene and a title. And then the linked together, I liked this one right here, A Happy Day. This is part of a bundle that has like a stencil and I'm not sure what, dies, I think. So this is just the stamp set. So I'll set these aside over here and we'll grab them as we need them, along with that punch. I am scrapbooking today a super fun memory of Jeff and I about a month and a half after we met online. He came to visit me in Cristobal, where I was living at the time. So if you didn't know, we met online and we dated long distance, 2.5 hours away from each other for almost 2 years before I moved to Fredericksburg and we got married. So this was in Cristobal at the Wicked Wine Run at a local vineyard there in Cristobal. I had been doing the Couch to 5K and had been working my way up to jogging a little bit, and Jeff was doing the same. So when he messaged me for the first time online, he said, "It's like looking into a mirror." I had shared that I was working on doing a 5K. I couldn't do it at this time, like jog or run a 5K, but neither one of us really could. But we signed up for this. It looked like something fun and a challenge. And we may have jogged down one of the trails in the vineyard, not very far at all. And then we just started walking and taking pictures and enjoying our time together around the river there as well. You can see the water in the background there. And then this was our photo afterwards with our little reward glasses of wine. So I'm going to show you how I can get all four of these photos today, plus my journaling, onto an 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page. So there's my journaling. I had some fun with AI, with ChatGPT, and asked it to do a pun, a mushroom pun. So it says, Jeff and I laced up our sneakers for the Wicked Wine Run in Cristobal, Texas. It wasn't about speed or competition. It was about spending time together, jogging a little, walking a lot, and laughing our way through the beautiful vineyard trails. With every step, we soaked in the crisp November air, the golden leaves of the vines, and the fun energy of the event. Sharing moments like these makes life extra sweet. Here it is. Here it is. You're a fun guy to be around, Jeff. Here, here's to more adventures, more laughs, and maybe slightly less walking next time. So I thought that was fun. And that's going to be part of my title, the You're a Fun Guy to Be Around, which I need to grab something from the printer real quick. So I printed out part of my title. So this is how I did it. So I've got my date here because I didn't get it into the journaling. And I just sized my journaling so that it would fit into a 3x4 onto a 3x4 mat. So I'm going to have to cut a mat for that because I did trim it down, I think just a little bit smaller than the 3x4, which these photos are 3x4s and the flip flaps are 3x4s. We're going to use two flip flaps today. And then here's your A. You are A. I just want to make sure I did that right. I'll use that. And then I'm going to cut out Fun Guy for my pun title to be around. So I'm using that sentence right there. So we'll trim that up, which I could go ahead and do right now, I suppose. So I usually like to get fairly close. I like to line up my letters right here on this plastic part. There's right in here is open so that the blade can go through. So I'm going to cut it right there first. And then I'm going to go this way and I'm going to get kind of do the same thing with the November on both sides. And then I can just trim this off about the same with my scissors. I think I got to get up and let Ladybug out. So I've got that to put somewhere just so I have the date. You remember you want to try to include the who, what, when, where, and the why is really the most important. So that's your real journaling. Cats are crazy this morning. I don't know if it's the weather or what the deal is. All right, and then from here, I'm going to do the same thing, just it's going to be a little bit bigger. I could save this for something else. I'll put it in my scraps. And then doing it that way gives me about the right amount on the top and the bottom. Same thing. I can just take my snips and cut that off like that. And then here, we do the last bit. I see kittens coming around. I don't know if they'll get up here. They're still kind of spooked, so I can shoo them away pretty easy. This litter, yeah, just wasn't quite as friendly, it doesn't seem, or maybe we didn't play with them as much. I'm not sure. And they're just starting to kind of warm up to us. All right, so I've got those pieces, all of that, plus my journaling. How about, why don't we go ahead and do the title since, well, I say that. I'm going to wait on the title for a minute because I got to decide what color and where exactly I'm going to put it. So it may be dependent on, and I may do like some early espresso instead. So I've got melon mambo and pumpkin pie right here. And I did share some of this on Monday. So I am using ChatGPT a lot for my scrapbooking. One is to help me figure out some ideas for using the products that I have. So I asked it to create layout ideas, theme ideas, title ideas, journaling prompts. It gave me all of this. It's duplicated down here, so just ignore that. I copied and pasted it, I guess, twice or something, I think. Um, yeah, I don't even remember. Maybe it's a little bit different. Looks about the same, so I'm not sure what I did. And then I also asked it to give me some ideas of how I could use 6x6 papers on my 12x12. So it gave me a lot of ideas for that. Of course, I could only pick one or two ideas. And then, oh, we got a kitten. I asked it, I think I had a sheet. I thought I had a sheet for, well, those sheets gave me some title ideas. And then I mentioned this but didn't have it printed out. I asked it for some fun and creative mushroom puns for scrapbook titles, journaling, and so forth. So here's a list of things that it gave me, which right there, you're a fun guy to be around. That one right there is what I went with. And then today, since I'm doing an 8.5 by 11, I asked it to give me some ideas for how to use 6x6 papers on an 8.5 by 11 page. And I think I'm going to use this very first one where it says split page background. Cut two different 6x6 sheets to fit the top and bottom of the 8.5 by 11 page. Place a strip of solid cardstock. It gave some colors that aren't even included, so I'll ignore that. Across the middle to anchor the transition. Add your photos over the cardstock strip and embellish with die cut mushrooms and snails. So I think that's the one we're going to go with. And then there's like four other ideas that I could do as well. Talks about some interactive elements, flip up journaling spot. I'm kind of doing that. Um, And what else? So it's pretty crazy awesome at all the ideas you can get by just plugging in a little bit of information into your chat GPT. All right. So I've got let me pull these aside for a minute. So we got to decide and determine how I want my page to be laid out. I want to give you a couple of ideas. This is for stamping, so I'm going to set it aside over here with my pumpkin pie and melon mambo. So I did a class, two classes as a matter of fact, with Allison Davis, who is part of Scrapbook Generation. So if you've heard of her, let me know. I would love to know. There's Debbie Sanders and Allison Davis who do sketches. They have a scrapbook store up in Missouri. Is that right? Somewhere, I think. Think it's around, I may be totally wrong. I don't remember. If you know, let me know. Um, and like I've done a page, and this is originally why I started the 8.5 by 11 scrapbook pages, is because, let me find my first one that I did. Yeah. So I was doing, I don't think it was a year-long class. I think she had like 20 sketches using 6x6 papers, and then she showed us all kinds of different ways to use them. She gave us samples of single 12 by 12 pages, double page 12 by 12 spreads. I think there were some 8.5 by 11 sketches in there as well. So I used those throughout the class. And then Stacy Julian also did a class, but hers was 52 weeks. So a full year of ways to get your creative juices flowing with doing photos and journaling, like picking your photos. And that's where this whole idea came from, is I pick a favorite memory or a favorite photo or two and document a specific story because hers was called Story 52, I think. So this was my very first album that I did, and I was going to show y'all. So, of course, these weren't all using 12 by 12s, as you can see necessarily. This was using 6 by 6, and I did something similar to this a few weeks ago. This is using bigger pieces of paper along with this one. This is kind of similar to something I could do today where it's 6 by 6s, but cut down to fit onto the 8.5 by 11. This is the one I was thinking of, how you could use three 6 by 6s and stagger them on here and then put your photos on there. So I kind of considered doing that, but here's a 6 by 6 that you could do in 1/2-inch strips. That was fun. Here's a 6 by 6 cut in different ways. So lots and lots of things you can do with your 6 by 6 papers. And none of these really were 6 by 6 papers. These were 12 by 12s. So I just cut them down like she recommended and did some really fun pages throughout 2021. That's when I did all of these. You could fill a complete page background, and that didn't even have any 6 by 6 paper on it. So those are just some ideas I wanted to share. Some ideas that were, so that one page I showed you, you could do something kind of like that across your page using full 6 by 6s. So you can have a lot of fun with your 6 by 6 papers. That's like super cute right there. But I think I'm not even sure I'm going to use this paper yet or not, but I did want to do something similar to this, I think. And I'm going to get it on here. We're going to determine what size our 6 by 6 needs to be so that we're in the center. But before I do that, let me get this put down with my removable glue dots. I'm just going to put one in opposite corners, and this is just going to help my paper stay in place and not move around on me. All right, so that's pretty straight. As soon as I have it straight, then I can kind of lay it down, make sure it's stuck there. Okay. And then we have 11 inches, so 5.5. That should be the size of our paper. So we really just need to, I'm going to be doing the stripes going up and down. So I only need to cut off, I think, 1/2 inch. There's one, two. Give me 1 second, please. All right. Crazy, crazy, crazy cats right now. All right. I got it cut off right. So I can save this piece for a card on Friday. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And let me kind of decide. I think I'll do my pattern that way. So if I want it up like this, I want it 5.5 this way. Same thing. I can save that and use that on a card on Friday. So I think I want my stripes. To me, the stripes are bolder, so heavier. And so I'll put them on the bottom. And we're just going to layer this right down on the page. Get this, I know it's like brand new. There we go. Just changed it out. So you can see this pattern's the same as this one right here. So I could even maybe, you could put that as your border. All right, here we go. We have a kitten coming to join us. All right, now we just have to determine the middle, and it looks like it's going to be at the 3 right here. So about 1¼ inches from the left or the right. Well, hello. I think this is Jasper. Oops. I think I did it. Just a minute. If I do 1/2 inch, I think I did it too small. Hey, Jasper. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm not gonna, okay, because this is gonna be covered up with a piece anyways. So it's 11, right? These are 6 by 6. If I cut off 1/2 inch, that was 1 inch. So why am I not meeting? I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't know. Something doesn't seem right. Where am I messing up on my math? I think the cat's got me all flustered. Nope, I want it right there. So I'm not 100% sure what I did. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put a piece of something right here. I could totally just do that. Good morning, Sheila. Um, and I think I might do that because I think I may use one of these as my mat. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I don't know where my one blue, there's my blue ruler. Give me a second. I'm just curious. Like, did I just cut one of these a little? That's 5½. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I accidentally cut this one a little bit, I think. I don't know. All right, you're gonna mess that up. So just a second. Guess Jasper's gonna try to help me. Okay. So right here, I'm just going to position this right over that seam. And then I think I might put something right down here, just like 1/4 inch. And maybe I want to bring in some of the green like I did. Excuse me. He's so pretty and sweet. He's our little purr machine. Yeah. All right. You got to go find some other place though right now to play. Go see Mama. Let me see if I have some. Oh, I do have some scraps of the um because there is just a little bit of green right there. So this is some of our uh two-tone cardstock. So let's do 1/4 inch and I'll cut it down to the 8½. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. We'll see if I like that. I wasn't sure if I would bring any green in at all, but that might work and be fun. There are Now there's some green in the vineyard. So then let's do 8.5. Oops, I just messed that up because it needs to be 11. Try that again. I'll have to cut another strip. All right, there, and one more. I'm using, I think, the light side. 11. What's really going to be fun are the flip flaps that I'm going to show you. It's a little bit different way to use them. Okay, could do like this. I think I like that. I like that extra color. So I'm going to tack that down. I may have to do it up here. My Stampin' Seal is not being cooperative today. Why is it not moving? I may have to use something else just a second. Let's see. Let me look and see if it's kind of messed up on itself. I have a new one. I might have to grab a new case. Is this it? There. I just can't get it to move. There, there. Okay, I think I got it. And now here comes Peanut. Peanut got his name because he was the little runt of the litter. Okay, there's that. Sorry, I'm kind of off the screen here. Hey, Peanut. It's like, not sure. So here's a little trick. So if you look real close, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. These aren't completely lined up good, but since I started down here, I can go over top of that just a little bit and cover that up. All right, so there's our base. And then we need to, let's have some fun with our flip flaps. I kind of need to get these put together, and then I can determine if I just want to do like a 3¼ by 4¼ mat, or maybe a little bit bigger mat. Let's see. So that's part of my title. I do still need to cut. Hey, stop. He's gonna take down one of my lights. He's just like his big brother. Come here. So this is Peanut. Hey, Peanut. Probably won't look up in the camera, but he's kind of tiny. Oh, he's a sweet little boy too, I think. Okay, so I want my flaps go this way. So I'm using the ones that you could use these for like landscape photos, but you can use them for portrait photos too and have them flip sideways. So let me decide. I really like this photo of Jeff and I, but it was real dark and I had to edit it some to get it to look okay. So don't know if I'm going to use that on the, I need to decide which one I want. I think I like this one because we're both smiling and kind of laughing. Um, I don't even know at this time we were actually talking or not, because it looks like we both had our earphones in. So I think that's going to be on the front. And okay, so I'm going to do this one in here and like right here, it's going to be in there. And then when I flip it open, I think I'll have maybe this one. And then when I flip this one open, there's got to be, okay, so I think I'm going to do it like that. So I'm going to glue these together. Just put a little tape. And that way when I stick them into the, I'm going to line them up before I press on there. This way when I stick them into the flip flap, they're going to stay together good. And then of course I can kind of flip them around if I decide I wanted this one on the front instead. I think I'll do that. And then this one, just make sure both the photos are facing the same way. Put a little bit of adhesive right down the center. And get them, whoops, lined up. That's going to be the front, so I want this one. Now my photos were 3x4s. I just created a border around them. I'm kind of in that stage of like, that's how all my photos, almost all my photos are. All right, and then I have this, and I need a piece of, I think I'm going to do this because it's contrasting to this. You know, it's so it won't blend in. And let's start with I'm going to do a 3¼ by 4¼ So this is an 8.5 by 11. So I just cut these in half. So I can save this one for a card, maybe for Friday. And then now here I can cut it at 3¼ So this will be a little bit bigger than these. You'll see a little bit of a, and I may need to make it bigger because I may want to see even take up more room right here. So let me do a little thinking here. I think that's what I want to do. I want to make it even bigger. So 4.5, 3.5. So could I do 4? I could do 4x5 and really make it big. Let me see. This is 4¼ if I do it this way. Okay, I'm going to do that. This is 4¼ Right now I'm going to try 5¼ So I think that will be equivalent, just bigger. That'll give the same border all the way around. But now I want, and it's going to show lots around the side. Right, okay, I like that. Now I think I'm going to do a green layer. No, I think I'm going to do the melon mambo. What do I have? Okay, so I'm going to do four. This one I'm going to do 4¼ by 3¼ because that will be nice right there, I think. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So now I need to decide. That should be good. Okay. So I'm going to lay my journaling onto this 3¼ by 4¼ get it centered. So who else is here? See Debbie and Sheila. I gotta decide if I'm gonna pop that up. I'm pretty sure I want to put it right in the center, and I'll probably do my "You're a fun guy to be around," fun guy right here. Not sure where I'll do my little date yet. And then I'm gonna do, I may just do something right down here because I got to think about my flip flaps and where I put. I'm visualizing, so give me a second. All right, so let's build this up before we decide to pop that up, probably, maybe the whole thing. All right, so first I'm going to put this one on here. And I just need to line it up so that I have the same width of that melon bombo all around the side. It's going to adhere over here. So we're going to put some glue right here. Now this is an adhesive strip, but this piece is going to stick to this piece right here. So right now I'm just trying to get this lined up. And it's almost the same size. So I can wrap this around here, and that's just going to hold that in place. So now I've got this, okay? And I don't want to take this off quite yet because the next thing I'm going to do is add this one to this side. So we're going to have like a little booklet that opens up this way and then this way. We're going to really have some flip flaps. So now let's put some adhesive right here. And now I want to line up this over this way. Hope y'all are seeing this okay. So now I'm lining my photos up with the photos on the top. Okay, so you can't really see the photos. And then I can tack that down. So now I've got one flap, two flaps. Ta-da! Isn't that so cool? All right, now I can adhere it to this. I think I will just adhere it straight to it. So we've already got quite a bit of depth. You know, it's going to make it a little bit thicker. So now we can pull these strips off. And those have a lot of static in them, so sometimes it's hard to get off your hands and into the trash can. All right, before I lay that down, I'm going to adhere this so I know I've got it straight. And I'm just not going to put dimensionals underneath it. I'm going to put a lot of adhesive. This might be a good time to use like some Seal Plus. I actually have some now, but we'll just do what we have here right now. All right, so I need to try to get that centered. Should have about an inch, probably not quite on both sides. And then I think that's pretty good. It's gonna do. And then here, now we can center this. onto this. Now you want to be really careful right here because once this goes down, it's really hard to get these up. All right, you can open these up. Make sure it's down real good on there. That shouldn't be going anywhere, okay? Flip, flap. That's why we call it the flip flaps. And guess what, y'all? They are coming back January 7th with our new scrapbooking workshop kits that are coming out. They are in the scrapbooking brochure. So I'm so excited about that. I may end up putting it down here somewhere, probably more like that. All right, the dog now wants to come in. Oh, no, and this cat that I threw out, he better not act up at all, or he's gonna have to go back outside. Okay, so there's our primary goodness right there. You could do it either way if you wanted to. I like this one because we're laughing. All right, and hopefully I can get Fun Guy right in there. So I'm thinking I want to do early espresso. I think the contrast will work better that way. So, and it'll just kind of pop. So I have some early espresso. We'll just use this. This is some of the, could probably, oops, there's black. I could do black too. I think I'll do black. I think I will. All right, so so to protect my surface here, I'm going to bring in another one and just lay it over top because we need the big cut and emboss. And we're going to cut out Fun Guy, not Funguy, but Fungi. Oh, and I'm so sad. I just found out that the classic letters stamp set that I used on Monday to create my title with this alphabet a la mode dies is on the last chance list. Why? Why, Stampin' Up, did you do that? As scrapbookers, we need those letters. So I'm hoping that they have plans to come out with some like more die cut letters. There is another set that I need to get that's a little smaller than this. I haven't gotten it yet, but okay. Fungi. Huh. So have some fun with your titles. Before we use the internet much, you go into a scrapbook store and you could buy either little booklets or pre-made titles or actual books. All the scrapbook magazines, that's how you would get title ideas. And now just ask AI, ask ChatGPT. Give it a few ideas. All I had to tell it was to give me some ideas using the terrific toadstools. Give me some puns, mushroom puns. And then I got some really neat title ideas and journaling ideas. Incorporate those fun things into your journaling too. And you can get ChatGPT to write your journaling for you. Just give it the who, what, when, where, a little why, and it'll type up a fun, little creative, interesting journaling block for you. I'll usually tell it to write me a short journaling block with this information and whatever details you want to include. Like I said, who, what, when, where, and why. Okay, there's that. I will probably, actually, I'll just be using, I don't have dies for, I just have punches for this collection. Oh, I just hear the animals going crazy all around me. Okay, I'm probably going to center that right there somehow. It still didn't. I'm going to have to take the adhesive sheets that I have that I keep forgetting to use. I don't even know where I have them now. Yes, I do. They're right there. Like it's too late now because I already cut them. I'm going to have to take these. Look, I really have some adhesive sheets. I keep forgetting to use them. I need to put them over here somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I need to cut them down a little bit and then put them right here in my tools area somewhere so I remember to use them. Oh, goodness. Can't tell what the cats. I can hear them. I just can't see them. That's always scary. Don't think I want to bring it all the way down. I mean, I could do something way up here and then just do this. That kind of spreads it out a lot, though. I don't like that. Could you do, you're a fun guy to be around. Might do that. And then I think my clusters, I need some mushrooms right up in here and then maybe just right in here. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll bring, that way the title's going all the way down. And then we'll see, I may just take this and put it on one of these somewhere inside, I'm not sure. All right, so let's get that down. I'm gonna have to just use some liquid glue. I'm gonna put down the in first because it's in the middle of Fun Guy. So it's the center. I did end up using black cardstock. Let me get this going, hopefully. It's gonna cause me fits now. Okay, I need you to start. I have, there we go. Try to keep a little pin handy. So hopefully that will, okay, there we go. Just gonna put a couple of little dots. And we're gonna go right here in the center, and I am gonna go over, I'm gonna overlap that pumpkin pie. Gotta let it go. These are self-closing scissors, not scissors, tweezers. I've been calling them scissors the whole time. I just caught myself. Okay, now, so I have to get used to that part of it. I love them. They're nice and sturdy. The plastic part, yeah, I've got to get used to that. So I'm used to them being a little bit, my tweezers a little bit thinner. Trying not to put a bunch of glue so it doesn't squeeze out. And then I just like to kind of tap it down and hold it down to make sure it's touching the. See, there must be plans for something to replace it. I know, probably in the new catalog, but like that's not till May, I think. It's like I wish they had at least kept it around till then. If they sell out, then I can't really use them. I mean, technically I can, but so if you need some good alphabet stamps, go check out the last chance list. They're marked down a little bit. I didn't look to see how much, but sad. I had thought about grabbing or doing something on my Cricut, but my Cricut is in my daughter's room right now because she needed it for a art project. She printed off all these different shapes of basic flower shapes. Don't know if they're like cherry blossoms or what, like hundreds of them for her 3D art project. And then she went through and painted the centers of all of them too, I think. Y'all would be shocked at the detail she puts into some of these art projects that she does. She's very, she loves 3D stuff. 3D and 2D, I guess. Okay, so I think I got that pretty straight. I'm just going to add this right up there. See if I want it close or out further. Yeah, I think it needs to be more kind of like that. Could do it. No, we'll do it like that. Like about right there. Don't put this one down quite yet. I'm going to set this right over here until I decide where I want it. And now let's do our decorating. Okay, so I need some scraps. And we're going to use, I think, these basic colors. I think I'll be good with the early espresso as the stems. That'll go with the black. It'll be close to the black. And I wanted to try to do these little ones right here. Now, I don't want to have to fussy cut too much stuff out. So I also I don't know if I could get like a circle. Let me see. Oh, look how big these are. These are a lot bigger than I thought they probably were. And I haven't even got these ready. Um, I know everybody does these a little bit different. Let me try. This is the one I was thinking of, and it may be too big. It's going to end up being like this, I think. I can't really tuck it up under this. I could tuck it up under this piece possibly just a little bit and have it down here. Let me kind of look and see. And then I kind of need to decide one more thing with that. Give me a second. Got lots of stuff going on over here. So we have these new, let me grab them. We have some dies, or we will have some dies that are going. Sorry, my fan is blowing some stuff around. Let me show you a few other products Let me set this down under here. Okay. I'm going to see if I can make this work. So we have this Around It All stamp set. That's cute, isn't it? You make me smile. That's a good one too on this page. And then Around It All dies. Check this out, y'all. Look at those. How cool is that? Irregular circles. So you could maybe put one of these. I wonder if it would fit if I did that one. Let me see. Let me look at see and see which one. I don't want it too big. I think it's that one right here. I just stamped it and then cut a piece out, then stamped it on there. I could tuck it up under there just a tiny bit. It's just going to give me some texture that I can build my, let's try that. I think it's going to, I think I can get it to work kind of like that. See it? That fits pretty well. Okay, so something a little different. So we'll cut this out of white. Again, I'm going to cover up to protect that and find my machine. I don't know what I did with all my stuff. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay. It's not like I have that big a mess. There are those. Oh, I found them. I've got lots of room over here right now and I've got it pretty clean, but just in today's projects, I'm already kind of making a mess. All right, so we'll do it like right here. I can just show y'all all the fun products. So kind of a wonky shape. And I'm going to grab, I got all the fun tools now, y'all. I'm gonna put that on there. Let's see if that fits. Pretty much. Okay, so I'm gonna peel this off. I'm gonna do it, I think, like I've seen. Give me a second. I have to think through this. Okay. I've been doing it a little bit different. I was trying to figure out if I take this, just don't want to mess it up. I've been just doing it like right on here like this. But if I do it here, and then I can put this down on top, is that how everybody's doing it? I'm scared to do it that way. This is how I've been doing it like that. So how are they getting it stuck on there? I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it like this. This is how I do it. I like to line it up this way. I'll have to practice with how everybody else has been showing how to do it. Okay. That's my brain this morning is not working that way. And then it's still not working. Now I'm really messing things up. What is my problem today, y'all? So that, there it is. Okay. It's just not coming up. That's the problem. Okay. There we go. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I got it on there. I haven't done a whole lot of these, so I'm still kind of trying to learn. So that should be the way it goes. I got it on there like super straight. I'm just gonna, so now you can see it this way. Now I can position this kind of like that, I think. I think that'll fit. All right, so from here, let me decide what color I want to do it. And maybe I'll just do I want to do this? Is that going to be too dark? Maybe I want to do like crumb cake. I'm going to look at my page. I think I will do, someone suggested crumb cake was a good color. So let's look for it. Because I think if I do it in early espresso, it's going to be too dark. So we're just going to ink this up. I think that's pretty good. About like, trying to decide about. It doesn't matter too much, just right there. I might could have gone up a little higher. It's a big stamp, so I'm gonna, there we go. Yeah, I kind of messed it up there. But guess what? We have two sides. So let's try it one more time. It's just shaped a little different now. I'm not gonna press so hard. Much better. So you're not supposed to be able to read it. It's just script. Like I see little thought maybe, but I mean, you can't really read what's on there. So we included that today. Now, let's finish building this up so we can call it a day. And then I'm thinking, like I said, I can't really get it under this. I mean, I might could. I don't know if I want to try or if I just want to go under here. I'm going to lift this up a little bit. Maybe. It's down pretty good. And that's just with steel. Kind of pushing it up under there. So I think I'm just going to do it about like that. Okay. And from here, we can build out, we could stamp out a couple of these. So let's do our scrap. I'm going to push this up a little bit for the moment. And we're going to stamp right here. And we're going to do, I'm going to have to do just a tiny bit of fussy cutting. I'm going to do these right here. I wanted to do these so bad. These little, this little cluster. We're going to do them in pumpkin pie. Okay. Don't know if my shame is wet. A little bit, enough. That's good. Stays nice and moist in there. And we'll do this using the early espresso. And I go over top of those just a little bit so they connect. Cute. And then I want this one. I think I may stamp off one, put it over there. And I can decide which one I want to use. I'm going to do another, well, never mind. I'm just going to leave it. I'll cut both of those out. Then I can do this one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do solid one and a second generation. First generation, second generation. Because I need a couple up here and then my little scene down here. I think I'll just put 2 up here and then 3 down here. So that'll give me 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm good there. Now let's do the rest of the, let's do this one. I need a little bit thicker block. And we'll do those in, well, let's see. I was planning on only using 2 colors, so I may have to stamp off or I wasn't going to use any of the red in this one. And then we'll just, let me do the same thing. That might work. And we'll do this smaller one. I think I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in orange. Let me stamp it off once too. So I have a variety. I think I'll use these 2. Okay, I think that's it. Oops. I do need one more thing for my little scene at the bottom, I think, and maybe even a little bit up at the top. I did this on Monday after the live ended, and I really liked it. Just adding in a little bit of green with the leaves. And I can do, so first generation, second generation. I might do one more first just in case I need it, but okay. And that'll be done. Now, a couple of these we could punch out. So I'm going to see if I can do that. Sorry. I'm trying to be good and clean up after myself. Now, there are a few other fun pieces in here. I used that one on Monday. There's a ladybug. Haven't used that yet, but I might wait till Friday to do that. Hi, Flo. Hello, Ruth. And so let's see. This is where the punch gets a little tricky for me. I didn't clean that up yet, so let me see if I can do that. My clean stamp. Just put it away. I think I got it clean. I'm gonna set it over here. All right, so let's see. We may have to visit for a few minutes while I do a little bit of fussy cutting. Not too bad though, I promise. So you can cut, I guess really it's just these three pieces with the punch. Or you can just fussy cut them out. Now you could do this. I've seen lots of cute stuff where they're just punching these out of cardstock. So you've got your cardstock stem, your mushroom tops in two different colors. You could punch them all out in white as well. I didn't think about that. And then you could stamp over top of it. Why don't we give that a try real quick? I didn't even think about doing it that way because this actually, there's all your pieces. Of course, on this one, we're only using this one and this one. So you could stamp right over top of those, but I think I will just set those aside. So there are some ways to use the um, punch. I think I'm just going to fussy cut these out real quick. And we can visit for a few minutes because once I'm done with this, we're and get them on the page, we're pretty much done. So we'll be wrapping it up pretty soon. And again, it's the fussy cutting's not terrible. I mean, maybe for a live it is, but so let me see if I can play catch up. So Debbie loved the flip flaps. Yes, you gotta have flip flaps. We've been using them for years with Close to My Heart. I don't remember exactly when they came out, but probably, I'm gonna guess around 2010 maybe. But like I said, I'm not 100% sure. And we're going to have in the new scrapbooking brochure that'll go live on January 7th, we will have 3x4s, 4x6s, I think 3x3s, 4x4s, and then they also are adding the 12x12 memory protectors for, so all of this is, they're just like, they're supposed to be close to my heart material, just with the Stampin' Up logo on it. So branded with Stampin' Up. So I'm super excited about that. Now, I don't know details yet on like scrapbook albums. Now, I did learn, which I'm sad about, I did learn that they won't be carrying the 8.5 by 11. So kind of sad about that. So if you want to participate with me in my 8.5 by 11 scrapbook pages through 2025, there's several options here. So one, you could go and purchase the charcoal 8.5 by 11 everyday life scrapbook album. I think they're like $17.10 or something like that right now, I think. And there were page protectors the last time I looked. All of that, all the Close to My Heart branded products are 30% off right now. So if you bought to do a full 52 weeks, you'd have to have 3 albums and 3 packages of page protectors. And that would get you 60 total pages because you can only fit 10 page protectors in the album, but then you have pages front and back. So that's a total of 20 pages per album. That's about all it will hold. They are 3D, like 3D, 3-ring binders, 3-ring binders. And the other option is that you can create these pages like I'm showing you, and then you can adhere them onto a 12 by 12 piece of DSP or cardstock and add to it, like add a bigger title or some more journaling, decorate it up some. I did share how to do that a month or so ago in one of my lives. And so that's a really cool option. So this page, once I'm all done with it, I could totally add it to some another 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and just do some more decorating around it to include it into my 12 by 12 albums. So eventually that may be what I have to do, but I got stocked up on some of the albums already. So I think I'm good through 2025. So I think I'll at least do these 8.5 by 11 pages for the next year. And then I may do something different. You know, I could either do just one 12 by 12 scrapbook page, or I could move down to, don't know if I could really move down to a 6 by 8 because at this time I do have 6 by 8 memory protectors, just single page, and I think there are some available in the Close to My Heart discounted products that they're trying to get rid of. I just don't know if Stampin' Up will be bringing those 6 by 8 page protectors over eventually or not. All right, give me 1 second. What are you doing? Pumpkin is not being a good boy today. He's terrorizing everybody. Oh, it must be those teenage hormones. All right, getting close. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Gosh, y'all are driving me nuts today. That's Pumpkin at the back door. I can hear him. All right, a few more things. I'm gonna bring my page back down here. Just a few more. I do have to cut out a few more leaves over here. I think that'll give me everything I need. The rest of this will come together pretty quick after I get these fussy cut out. Remember this terrific Toadstools stamp set and punch will be available January 7th from the mini catalog. Lots and lots of fun sweets, paper stamps, and embellishments in that one. And a few more, just a few more. I think I'm gonna do, not sure I'm gonna cut that one. So any questions? All right, so this was, I don't know if I mentioned that this was Granny Apple Green. So who are my fussy cutters? I think Debbie says that she would do some, maybe not her favorite thing to do. I don't know that I particularly like doing it here live, but that's just, it is what it is today. But I don't mind fussy cutting. You put on some good music. If you have a lot to do, yeah, you could do it in front of the TV maybe. I just have to have really good lighting so I can see pretty good. So that's why I like doing it here at my desk. And would have been kind of cool to have a punch for this. It could have been or dies, but all right. So I've got one more I'm going to do for sure. And we can wrap this baby up. So what y'all think of the flip flat booklet that I made? Have you thought to use them that way? Like multiples on a page? Got some other ideas up my sleeve that I'm going to be doing with the artisan design team. So can't wait to start sharing those ideas. All right, so I think that's these I'll save. Those are those. That was a lot thinner than I thought it was. Okay, so that's all trash. I'll put this, maybe I'll do this on Friday as well. Maybe I'll have most of my projects already prepared over there. I still got to figure out exactly where I'm going to put that. All right, but I know I want this over here. And one of these, maybe like this. I decide if I'll probably do the dark one here. We'll build up a cluster and then maybe a dark, light, dark. And maybe I'll do the light. Oh, I didn't realize I probably cut an extra one of those than I needed. And then up here is where I'll do the light so it kind of pops off that right there. And then something like this. We just add in a few of the leaves in here. Kind of thought I had like another leaf, but maybe not. So maybe I do need to cut that one out. I am going to do one more. Sorry, guys. All right. And then I love that little just added texture down here. Kind of would be pretty up here too, but we'll just leave it like that. So you know the kittens are all going to just like chill out as soon as I'm done, and they'll be all quiet. I can hear them still getting into all kinds of stuff. I don't know if y'all can hear in the background at all with my AirPods in. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do dark, dark, and then maybe I'll do some light sticking out from under here. Okay, so probably all the way down like here. Maybe going over the top of that. So I don't think I can really. I could do that up there. Feel like I'm cramming it down in here if I put it down there. So I'm gonna just put, I am going to pop these up. So let me use up some of my pieces. Let me see what all I got here. Oh, these are tiny ones. Tiny, tiny. There's the bigger ones. So there it is. I will put just thinking, thinking. I love just putting these together like this. I think I'm just gonna put a little seal right there on the tip, I think. Because I like how this goes like over right here. The stem goes up into the, there we go. And I probably need a little piece right. We can keep it together like that too. We'll put this down. It'll be right in the center. Here comes, I think it's Jasper. Jet is not very like friendly, I guess. Okay, so right there. So maybe nothing will go right in there. And then I'm gonna, now I'm gonna grab some little ones. Hi, lady. I don't know if y'all might can see his shadow. He's right there sitting on my foam mat. So nice and sweet and pretty out of the way. Oh, here he comes. He's very inquisitive. All right, and then we'll kind of go like right up in here. I think I'm just gonna barely let him touch. And I'm gonna set these on like just over the bottom here. And what you gonna get? Just some scraps. And did I leave? I think so. This one I think I'll do under and overlapping that just a little bit. I have to push a piece off the table for him. And I'm gonna tilt it that way. I don't know that I needed the, give me just a second. I need this over here, kind of on this side. And then maybe a little glue right there. So yeah, I like building these little scenes. I think they're fun. And then I think these can just be glued kind of. I'm going to put some glue right there. Right there. And I'll just put them on top. All right, you little silly. Let me give you a piece of paper to play with on the floor. There you go. And let me hold that down for a second. And then this one, same thing. I'm going to put a little glue right here and a little glue right there. Maybe up a little bit higher. There we go. And last but not least, we'll do this little bit up here. I am going to just glue that right down to the page right there. I made up my mind. I'm just going to do it right there. Sweet. I don't know that I need this going anywhere else. If I need any more sticking out anywhere. Let me see what I like, what look I like first. So kind of like right in here. It's going to have to be out or down a little bit further. Let me figure out where I want this piece. If it touches a little bit, that's fine. So I think I'll do kind of like, Sammy just jumped right back up here. Okay, glue dots or dimensionals. I think I cut all these already. Hey, buddy. All right, we're almost done. I will just have some sequins to add. And then this one. I think I'm just gonna do. Really, really, really? I have no clue, do they? All right, cute little thing you. You're so pretty, so handsome. And all right, I think yeah. See, and that'll still work. Got kind of close right there. I didn't think about that, but I think it'll work just fine. Let's see if I can tuck that up under that a little bit, like that. Okay, that'll work. And then I think I'll do the same. I can't do it that way because I can't go over top there. So I think I'm gonna just have to kind of, let's see. I think I'll just do it like that. Like right there at the bottom of the stem. Kind of like that. That'll work. Just looking to see if I can use this in any way. Don't know that I like two of them going like that. Then you can't really tell if it's an F or not. I'll do it right there. Kind of tucked coming out from right there, just to add a little visual interest over there. I don't think I'm going to use this one. I don't know, maybe that. No, I think I'm just going to leave it like that, y'all. Okay, then add a couple of sequins. We'll save the ribbon for Friday. And I think I'm going to use some of this fresh freesia. So I don't know if I shared, but I think this is the only ink pad that I didn't get. I don't know how I missed it. I think I put it on my order like a couple of times. I decide where I want these. Right here, probably. I'm doing one of each size. And maybe one little one right here. That'll kind of give me a triangle effect. And where up here are those going to show? And since we have a big kind of title going, we can bring them all the way over here just to kind of bring all this in together. And I'll do a big one like right up here, right there, maybe. All right, there we have it. I don't have my date. What about my date, real quick? That'll work. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to tuck it up under that, right there, like it's coming out and it's part of that. Yeah, and that kind of helps the triangle effect. Okay, there we have it. Our flip flap. It really is a flip flap. Flip, flip, flap. Journaling in the middle. 4 photos, y'all. 3x4 photos. Okay, I love it. I love how it turned out. I'm excited about this stamp set. The elements of text. So I got to get all my labels on there, but it's a cling stamp set. And we use the terrific toadstools. I did not end up using this one. I thought about using a happy day, but I think I have plenty on there. I don't need it. All right. Thank y'all for joining me today. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all can't hear all the chaos because it's really kind of driving me crazy. And then I don't know if I can find them. There they are. Remember, don't forget about these cool dies. course, that'll be fun trying to get them back on here. And I don't know that they're going to fit. They're not going to fit inside a case. So they may just end up staying in here. I need a 6x6 envelope. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Y'all have a great Wednesday. Hope to see y'all on Friday for Feel Good Friday. I'll try not to let it go as long. I just looked up, didn't realize I went an hour 45 minutes, but if you're going to sit here and watch me as I create, great, because I'm going to create one way or another, either way. So I might as well record it and get some stuff done. So I'm pretty proud of myself. The fact that since June, about June 1st, I don't remember the exact date, but I've done every week almost. There have been 2 or 3 weeks maybe where I haven't been able to do it. I've done a 12 by 12 2-page layout, 8.5 by 11, and at least 2 cards, if not more. So I'm going to keep at it. So keep joining me and watch when you can. You can fast forward through it if you want to see the end product. I'm also posting my finished pages on my Instagram at Passionate About Scrapbooking and on my Facebook page, Passionate About Scrapbooking, if you want to see the finished pages with close-ups and all that goodness. All right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all soon. See y'all soon, along with Jasper. Bye, Jasper.